Hey, what's up guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading. We're going to dive right into some collective messages around the Divine Masculine Collective, and we'll see what they want to communicate to you at this time, Divine Feminine. What's going on with the Divine Masculines? What do they want you to know? There could be something in the title of the reading as well that's already resonating with some of the things you've experienced with them. Okay, so we have reach out for help. I feel like that could be something that they may be doing in terms of pulling in communication with you. Okay, so pulling on your energy, fatigue, poor memory. Okay, so I feel like this reading is going to be for those of you who are going through like separation energy. A lot of your Divine Masculines could be really silent at this time. And I feel like the separation is starting to take a toll on them, okay? They're silent, and it's really frustrating to feel like they can't reach out, or they're not able to reach out. And what I feel like is stopping them is like the damage has been done. So I feel like they left things on bad terms, or they might have been the one to pull away and ghost. And I feel somebody saying like, I've stayed away so long, it's like for me to even go back and try to communicate or reach out. What's stopping them is like they feel like they might experience rejection energy from you, which is why a lot of you can feel like they're pulling on your energy. Many of you could just be exhausted from the separation itself. Okay, you could be thinking about your Divine Masculine a lot, but at the same time feeling kind of repulsed by the energy of like reaching out, because it's exactly what they're afraid of you feeling. Okay, so I think like instead of pulling on your energy, they are being guided just to reach out for help, because I feel like they just want peace. Like they want to know that, okay, they want a sign. I feel like they want a sign about the connection, but instead of pulling on your energy, I feel like they're being called to just surrender. And usually surrender has a lot to do with, like I want to say prayer. And that could be the justice that's wanting to take place on their journey. Many of them have experienced a lot of karma because of their lack of connection to source. And I'm also hearing too, like some of this has been because of their lack of like believing in the journey, or having faith in the journey, or maybe questioning who it is you are. I'm also hearing too, guys, for some of you, a lot of this separation energy happened because of like certain behaviors that they might have exhibited. And like I'm also hearing too, for the Divine Feminines, like your goal or your lesson might have been to like honor your truth, but like at the same time you didn't have to stay in this energy. So I feel like a lot of you pulled away in order to balance the scales, and now they're dealing with the karma of like the truth of who it is you are. It's like when they had you there, they couldn't see the truth, and it took you really leaving. Like cliche, don't know what you've got until it's gone type of vibe that's going on here. Okay, so this is the current time where somebody's realizing like this cold attached energy that they're feeling that's coming from you, or they feel like a wall is being placed in between them and you. They're having to deal with it. Okay, they are literally looking for some kind of sign that you are still there, that you're still in this. But I feel like in order to balance the scales, they've got to reach out for assistance on the right thing to do. And I feel like when they do, like they'll communicate, they'll reach out. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Union. What's at the top? Yeah, release, surrender, and purge. So I feel like for many of you who may be dealing with this energy of like heaviness, like you literally miss them so much. That's them missing you so much. But you're being called to like hold steady, because the scales are balancing. I feel like somebody needed to feel the pain of like you detaching from them and not even looking back, because many of you might have built up this pattern of like not being able to attract that authentic union energy because you kept like intervening during the separation, right? It's like you would either be tempted to reach out or continue to just put up with in and out patterns. Like for you, Divine Feminine, you might have found yourself in a place of like being comfortable with settling for certain things because it just meant being in connection with your Divine Masculine. And then many of you got to a place where you really had to get into that cold attached energy and move away from what wasn't reciprocating or fulfilling you, you know, depending on your desires and what it is you want for yourself. If it wasn't adding up, a lot of you really had to release it, get away from it, like really put an ending to it, close off the cycle, even if it meant in your heart and your mind for good. A lot of you had to be prepared to do that. And I feel like now is when your Divine Masculines are maybe feeling that union energy more than ever. And I pulled this card before previously in a reading, and the integration energy I feel talks about like your Divine Masculine's actually ready to take a good look at themselves and what's prolonging the separation energy, because they feel it, okay? They feel a lot of regret. At this time, I feel like many of your masculines could feel like this is so stupid. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I feel like they could be saying this is so stupid, like to be away from you in this way. And it's like, you're all I can think about, you're all I long for, you know, this is stupid. I feel like they want to reach out. That's what this whole release, surrender, and purge is all about. It's like getting rid of the need to be right, or getting rid of the pride energy, or feeling like, you know, they're giving into these games, or letting you have some kind of one-up. That's the thing too, Divine Feminine. It's like you really make them humble themselves. And I feel like they don't really do that for a lot of people. Okay, I'm guided to get some tarot messages on this. What's your Divine Masculine's current energy towards this connection? Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. They are being guided to do something different so that the wheel can turn. I feel like if it's anybody that they're going to surrender to or humble to, it's going to be you, because you give off that whole Ten of Cups energy. They're in love. They're in love with you so much to the point where they're not going to allow this stubborn energy to get in the way, right? You're their fulfillment. It's this union energy, and it took you walking away and maybe standing in your own power for them to really feel that. Like, I do see them spending a lot of time in like hermit energy, or like their energy completely shifted when you walked away. And the thing is, like, a lot of you probably had a Divine Masculine who was dealing with you like on the low, and when you walked away, everybody found out about this connection because their energy was just depleted. I think I recently just shared a reading as well that talked about this, where it's like people around the Divine Masculine notice that their energy levels are low when you're not around. I feel like that might have been the transformation that they had gone through, where things just weren't the same. Like, nothing was flowing in their life. They had maybe found themselves running into bad luck. That was that karma. Okay, that was that karma, because I feel like, again, when they had you, they did the most and the worst. You know, this energy has been coming up for a lot of you, where you are getting your justice for, like, I feel like coming wholeheartedly to the connection. And I feel like a lot of you definitely experienced soul shock, because you probably had some kind of Ten of Cups epiphany through like a dream or some kind of vision that it's like, that's my person. And then it played out in a way where you went to them and you were like, oh my God, I feel this profound connection to you. And they basically, it was just like a movie, you know? They looked at their friends and they're like, did you guys hear that? This person thinks they feel a connection to me. They think that I'm their twin flame. And that kind of thing played out for many of you in your connections. Okay, somebody completely denied or didn't even see the fact that you were like the big turn, the big prize on the Wheel of Fortune. Like, they were completely blinded to that. They were under some kind of illusion. You know, maybe it was in a way where the universe disguised you. You know, I feel like for many of you, you know, when you make a mistake by not realizing someone's value or worth, that's what I feel like happened with you. And then all of a sudden, this Wheel of Fortune card is very, very significant, because we've been talking about this extreme glow up with the Divine Feminines, right? The universe continuously blessing you guys with good fortune. I feel like the scales are balancing for your Divine Masculine. Like, that's the lesson that you both chose to, I guess, learn in this lifetime. And that's why it kind of plays out like a movie in your connection, because like you were meant to maybe be the underdog in some way, and they didn't see that or they didn't recognize it. And now that many of you have gone through your transformation, somebody feels that karma of dealing with your energy now. It's like, again, doing the most, treating you in a certain type of way, only to come right back around and circle to the energy of like, that's my person. Like, that's my counterpart. Okay, so they're definitely on their way to releasing just anything that is holding them back from communication with you. Okay, the true connection with you. Okay, what can they do to reach out for help? What can they do to stop pulling on the Divine Feminine's energy? What is the universe guiding the masculine collective to do in order to stop pulling on the feminine's energy? What should they be focused on? Okay, so we have the Four of Cups for a summer, okay? So they're not seeing a magical opportunity, and they may be taking the connection for granted. Discontentment with life. Yeah, it is the energy that they are dealing with currently, okay? Let's get some clarity though, universe. We already went through this confirmation. Maybe this card is a confirmation that, yeah, you know, like they definitely took somebody for granted. I don't know if you guys can see the message there if I put it up. I'll read it again here. Okay, being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity. They failed to see you, right? A lot of you were cloaked. You were cloaked, and they failed the test, so to speak, in the beginning of the journey there. They didn't see your value. They didn't see your worth. I feel like their definition of like something that's worthy and valuable, you know, your beauty was on the inside, Divine Feminine. That's what it was. And they didn't see how your beauty and your intellect and your kindness and your dedication to your spirituality was going to bring you abundance. It's like, how is that going to make money, right? That's what your Divine Masculines looked at you like. How are you going to bring me success? Look at you. And then, you know, like they didn't understand that the Wheel of Fortune energy exists, where it's like you could literally just like create a miracle with your faith. They didn't see that because they themselves didn't have a connection to source, right? I mean, even for them, like that whole vibe on being spiritual and trying to find greater meaning, it was like if you didn't have some kind of addiction to the 3D world and trying to prove yourself and trying to fit in, and they didn't see you as valuable, right? It's like, what were you going to do? You can't even keep up in this fast-paced world. And many of you were like, can you not see that I do not like to run? Like, I am not going to compete with these people. They couldn't see that that was your energy. They couldn't see that that's what you were giving off, right? Many of them looked at you like you were unfortunate. But the Wheel of Fortune now says different. Somebody failed to see a magical opportunity. You are now looking like this beautiful magical opportunity, and somebody let you slip away, and now it's pulling on their energy. They're pulling on your energy because they lost out. This is somebody that's not used to losing. Okay, many of you are really seeing the scales balance before your eyes. All right, let's get some more on it, okay? What is the Divine Feminine's current energy? I'll get some clarity around what the masculine should do to stop pulling on your energy, but because we had all that clarity come out, let's see what your energy is like, okay? So we do have life experience, okay? So you've let go of old belief systems that no longer work for you. I feel like that was part of the detachment as well. Many of you allowed the tower to fall in this twin flame connection, or this connection to your person, this Divine Masculine, whoever they are. Life-changing events, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. That was that Wheel of Fortune changing on many of you because, you know, you really, you release this. You release the energy of somebody taking you for granted. And I feel like that was a really difficult decision for many of you to make, but it even started causing discontentment in your own life. You know, somebody let you go is what I'm trying to say. And because somebody let you go, you alchemized that energy, okay? And it created a lot of other significant opportunities for you, as we see here with the Wheel of Fortune. And now somebody feels like, you know, they let the real prize slip through their fingers here. And you represent that life experience. You represent that tower moment for your Divine Masculine. Because I'm telling you, a lot of you guys are sitting up here now as like a steel. Like there's, in the previous reading I talked about earlier, I talked about many of you now having suitors just kind of falling at their knees, wanting an opportunity to just really spoil you. I really genuinely feel like many of you, you represent the 10 of Cups. Like you are somebody that would enter into someone's life and like you would build them up. You really, really would. Like you would build them up. That is what you are designed to do. You're designed to elevate things. That's your Empress energy. Okay? You are the 10 of Cups. You're coming off as the 10 of Cups, Divine Feminine. Complete fulfillment in matters of like emotional well-being, matters of the heart. Your Divine Masculines are being guided now to focus on building up their pentacles to meet you where you're at. That's that karma for laughing at you, for, you know, making fun of you or making you seem like you were some kind of peasant or beggar. Because I keep seeing in this deck the 5 of Pentacles, and it's kind of people kind of praying, or I mean, they didn't think you could keep up with them, and now you guys are surpassing them, okay? So a windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others, a successful project, a happy change in your career. Okay, so you're now motivating somebody to kind of keep up with you here, make an impression, because they're not going to stop competing for you, is what I'm getting, because they now feel this union energy. You are coming off as the 10 of Cups. I'm seeing that many of you in the Divine Feminine energy, like you're really just a force to be reckoned with. Any divine masculine energy wants you by their side because you know how to take care of shit, right? You're not expecting to be taken care of. It's like you would never be a burden to anybody. And I feel like the Cups energy as well is like emotional fulfillment as well. You know, it's like not only would you stand by their side and support them, but it's like you really got to go in the area of like love, romance, your sensuality. Like you really know how to take care of your partner left, right, and center. Okay? Like you're the whole complete package. That's what that 10 of Cups energy is. Like the whole complete happy home life, like till death do us part type shit. It's like no distractions. Okay, no distractions whatsoever. It went from this complete flip because we had the 4 of Cups here, right? Talking about like letting too many things distract you, right? Notice how these cards are kind of gold and shiny, and I feel like somebody got duped. Somebody got tricked into thinking that, you know, the distractions were going to get them somewhere. And I feel like the distractions were actually their downfall. And part of that downfall was losing this 10 of Cups energy that's now up for grabs. Okay? So there you have it. All right, guys. So that's what I have for you for this one. If you guys would like to dig into a personal session with me or just pick up the phone and call me, do check out some of the links I have in my bio. You can find me at hipsy.com. You can find me at wizio.com. And I do have the membership section here on YouTube as well, where I offer extended sensual readings. I would love to work with you guys. I would love to have you guys join my private community. All of that good stuff. All right. I'll check you guys out in the next reading. Take it easy. Bye, guys.